I am originally from Bowling Green, Kentucky, which is the setting for the new book, Bluegrass. My mom and family stayed in Bowling Green, so I'd always go back and I'd always kept in touch and was always interested in the news, what happened, and was kind of obsessive with the local newspaper. And in 2003, there was a very brutal crime that happened on Western Kentucky University campus. That was the cover subject of the newspaper most every day, and I became very interested in this crime. A young 18-year-old girl named Katie Autry attended a frat party at the Pike House at Western Kentucky University, and she got a ride home from the sober driver, and passed out in the truck before she got in was a boy named Stephen Souls. At 4:08 a.m., the fire alarm went off, and they found Katie, and she had been brutally attacked and raped and covered in hairspray and set on fire, where she died 3 days later from her injuries. When people think of a small Kentucky town or something, I think that they often, what immediately jumps to mind is, kind of like some kind of like redneck hollow or something, but Bowling Green isn't like that. It's a more cultured place and educated place than one would imagine, I think. Stephen was arrested a few days afterwards, and he implicated Lucas Goodrum, who was an acquaintance of his from Scottsville, Kentucky. It was hard to imagine that something like that could happen in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And to kind of really believe it, I needed to find out more for myself. I think a lot of people, they think that the book is just a kind of true crime book, but I see it more as a story of youth and how these three individuals, one fateful night, they converge or they more collide, and it's a lot more about the backstory of these three individuals. What wasn't really explored was what went on before that night in the lives of Stephen Souls, Lucas Goodrum, and Katie Autry.